Welcome back to Your Road to Home, the podcast that takes you beyond your front door here in the Carbon Valley. I'm Kendra Badgekar with LPT Realty, here with
Maxine Carey at Vector Bank, and we are here with Shereen again.
Yeah, so I'm here again, but we're doing things a little differently this time. I will actually be interviewing these two lovely ladies. I think it is about time we learn about them and about their stories and what they bring to the region. So we're going to dive right in with that as a topic. When did you guys get to the Carbon Valley? How long ago was that? Have you always been here? Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. We moved out here about 9 years ago from the Lafayette area. So I met my husband at UNC in Greeley when we were going to school there, and he was from Lafayette at the time. So that's where we went right after college. And then as soon as we were ready to get our own place and spread our wings, we ventured out here to the Carbon Valley area. Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I moved here with my family in 2008 from Las Vegas.
Okay.
So we, same house we bought. We've been living in that house since 2008, and just growing. Just
Same vibe as Vegas, right?
Yes, totally same vibe as Vegas. Yes, for sure.
So on kind of that note, what about the Carbon Valley had that this feels like home moment for you guys?
Absolutely. For me, I grew up in Holyoke, Colorado, which is in the very northeastern corner of the state where there's more cows than people. So the minute I went downtown Frederick, that small town vibe, I was like, this feels like home without having to go home and having everything else so close by that we needed to get to.
Okay.
So.
Follow-up question on that.
Yes.
What is the farm smell here compared to where you grew up? Similar, less, worse?
That's a great question. We have pig farms out there, so depending on the day, they're equally bad.
You kind of love it, right? There's just This.
I tell my kids, I'm like, that's the smell of money, guys. Just get used to it. It's okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What was your kind of this is it moment?
Well, I grew up in a small town also in Canada. So my husband and I immigrated to Las Vegas in 2000. And then we moved to Colorado in 2008, like I said. And we just liked the small town feel. My husband actually works at DIA, so I was like, oh, I can't make you drive that far. But he's like, it's fine, So he's been, we have good access to I-25. So it's just,
I think this is a really nice place to come home after something like DIA all day.
Yeah. Yes.
A great place to decompress.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the schools were good, I called a few of the towns and they all said small town feel, open for business. So I liked that. I wanted to see a little bit of growth, but yet still have that down home kind of feel.
All right. And were the two of you already doing what you do for work when you moved out here? Was that a factor in why you moved to this area? How did that work story start?
So I was doing loans in Las Vegas when I moved here, but we moved here in 2008 when the market was crashing. So nobody was hiring me because I didn't have a book of business. So I have always been kind of in the banking world.
Okay.
So I went back to the retail banking side, was able to stay home with the kids for a little bit, and then got back into the business.
Very cool.
About 2016.
Okay, cool. What about you?
Yes, I was freshly licensed.
Okay.
So purchasing our first home together, and was attracted to this area for the growth potential for sure for business. I didn't know anybody out here. I knew we'd kind of be starting over, but that was exciting for me and part of the reason why we chose it.
Cool. Were there elements of the process of home buying for you that made you go, I want to do this differently?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I got to represent myself because I was already licensed. But when you go through that and realize how emotional the journey is and all of the different facets that are involved, I've moved 3 times now since we've come out to the Carbon Valley. So each time I think that it's really honed my business to be much more structured, even more organized, and just trying to relieve that stress for other buyers as well, because it's a process. Cool. For sure.
Now I kind of want to talk about what makes the two of you kind of special in your fields.
Mm-hmm.
Like what sets you apart? What is that thing that you're just like, this is me and this is what makes me your person?
Sure. I would say for me specifically, I'm very casual and laid back. I know real estate is a huge transaction. It's the biggest decision that you make in your lifetime. So taking that as serious as it is, I want to have as much fun with my clients as I can along the way, because I do fully understand how stressful it is and how intense it can be. So I try to relieve that stress for my clients. I'm old school. Like I said, I grew up out in Holyoke where everything's done on a handshake. So if you're looking for someone that works with honesty and integrity, that's just how I was raised and how I continue to do business today.
I love that. Yeah. You have a different side of things, but I'm sure you still have that personal connection with folks.
Well, again, like Kendra said, purchasing a home is the biggest transaction you buy, and it's pretty stressful. Talking about your finances and exposing that is personal to people. So I just tell my team we need to get everything up front because, 3 days, 5 days before closing, we want people thinking about what the color of their new towels are going to be, not, oh my gosh, is our closing disclosure, have we got all that kind of stuff. So we want to get everything, we want to have the stress up front because it is stressful. And then the end part, hopefully, it's not always the way it goes, everyone, but
Right.
but that's my goal.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about who you are as people outside of work and outside of this awesome show. What do you do on the weekends? What do you do in your free time?
Oh, you wanna go? You wanna go?
Do we have free time?
I know. Yeah, I don't have free time because this business is not for the faint of heart, for sure. No, I love to garden. I am a mom of 2 boys. They are 19 and 21, so they don't need me as much anymore. Although, I still call and bug them.
Oh,
Do you need groceries? I'm going to Costco. I'm going,
that's very cute.
that sort of thing.
Are they close by still?
So I actually have one still living at home. He's about to start a different rotation in his work schedule, so we probably won't see him working at night, and he'll be sleeping in the day. And then the other one is he's going to the University of Wyoming. He'll be home in a month-ish for the summer.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Gardening.
gardening, yes, gardening and raising a puppy.
Yeah. Do you have
He's not a puppy, but he's the new kid.
Do you have a favorite thing to plant?
No, I like it all.
Okay.
I don't have any control.
Okay. Are you a veggie or a flower? A little bit of both?
A little bit of both.
Okay, very cool.
Dahlias, zinnias.
I love that.
Yeah,
Super
doing more
cool.
cut flowers this year, hopefully.
Very cool.
Thankfully, Kendra
Okay.
bought 7 acres, so she'll get a bunch of the stuff.
That works. That works.
The
pretty
seeds,
good.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What does your rest of your life look like?
Yes, so I'm a mom of 4. I just had a baby here in the 1st of November this last year, right after we moved into our new house. We bought 7 acres.
It's not a busy time at all.
Not a busy time at all. We moved in on Halloween Day, and then my daughter was born on November 8th. So it's been a little bit of a whirlwind since then. Outside of that, I homeschool my kiddos. This is my 2nd year doing that, so I've got a pretty rigid schedule during the day. And other than that, we just love to be active. We're currently trying out chicken wrangling. Got us some chickens for the farm, turned into bird people. So we love to be outside, just playing all the sports, hiking, paddleboarding, all of the
Very cool.
things.
Good. Yeah, that's super fun. Let's see. Let's talk about just like fan favorites. I know it's really hard to pick, but like, what is that kind of either your favorite or a hidden gem that you're just like, this is? It could be a park. It could be, I don't know, anything. It could be a festival. What is kind of that thing for you in this area?
I'm gonna have to do top 5 probably.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. I know it's tough.
All right, so this is for all of you people out there with little kids. We love the pump track in Firestone. It's in the Mountain Shadows neighborhood, Mountain Shadows neighborhood. Pump track, so awesome for the kids. Take your bikes, go have a good day. It's really fun. We also love the skate park in Frederick.
Yes.
We've been to all the skate parks around here. That's our favorite one. Out of like Longmont, Johnstown, Berthoud, that's our favorite skate park in the area.
It's a beautiful space
It
too.
is, yeah, and it's great for rollerblades or the scooters. My kids like to do the
Nice.
scooters, rollerblades. We don't really do the skateboard
So
itself.
it is pretty
but
kid friendly.
It's really kid friendly,
Awesome.
yeah. And even when the older skaters are there too, they're really respectful. So it's been a great
Nice.
place for us to hang out and do stuff. We've got a really great library. I gotta do a shout out to the library. It's awesome for the kids too. And then I really love that new area downtown in Frederick with the kiosks where Flower and Flower is now, and
Oh, yeah.
sweets, and it's so cute down there. You can walk around and just have a good time with your family now and eat and get treats and
Yeah,
make a day of it.
really up and coming. It's a great spot.
Yes.
To just to sit and I don't know. Sometimes I just sit there. and I just look
totally.
around.
It's just beautiful now. It's an awesome place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your kind of fave spots so far?
Well,
I know it's hard.
yeah, it is hard. I do love Josephine and Grace in Frederick.
Oh
I
my
love to
gosh.
shop there. She's got a real little eclectic little store there.
Yeah,
So I find myself, stopping in there and then I'm always like, oh, I should go back and get this. Oh, I need to go back and get that. So I love Josephine and Grace. I love the new Miko in Frederick. I love the library for sure. and the rec center. We don't use that as much now, but when my kids were little, we went to the Carbon Valley Rec Center all the time. It's a great space.
Yeah, they have a lot going on in terms of classes.
Yes.
And just, it's awesome. It's a beautiful space. It's
Yes.
phenomenally well kept.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the best word, but it really is. It looks brand new still. They're doing a good job of giving the people a really nice, clean, welcome, fun space.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, agree.
Cool. So let's backtrack a little. Let's talk about this show. How did this show start? How did the two of you meet? And what is kind of the goal of this show?
I met Kendra at casino night that the chamber was having,
Nice.
actually.
Yep.
She was there with her husband enjoying the night, and I was there volunteering. So,
Okay.
and
Cool.
yeah. So yeah, that's how we met. I know a lot of people that know Kendra and, would chat about her and her great social media presence. So when I was trying to budge in between her and drop the wings off, we started to talk for a little while and she introduced herself and I was like, oh, you're Kendra Maxine? What?
That's so cool.
I fangirled her for a minute.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So then I just asked her for coffee and she said yes,
Okay.
which not many realtors do, by the way. So
And then you can.
So anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, I don't know actually how this started, but
Well, the podcast started with your brilliant idea, actually. Maxine was kind of just dreaming up some way for us to just get more involved with the community. How can we shine on more local businesses and build
Yeah.
people up? And, as we're trying to build our business, how can we build others and take them with us? And just really showcase why we love this area. And so this was her idea, and she asked if I'd want to do it. And as you guys know, we started in our cars last year, which was really fun while that lasted. And
yeah,
now we're more stationary this year. But yeah, we're just having a really good time with it and hoping you guys are enjoying the Carbon Valley as much as we are.
yeah.
So just kind of remind folks, who are you hoping to bring on this show? Not specific people, but folks watching this show, what might click in their heads? Hey, that's me. They should talk to me. They should tell my story.
Yeah, well, aside from local businesses, because we've been doing a lot of spotlights with that, we just recently had a great conversation with the mayor of Firestone, so we'd love to get some more leadership in here, I would say, but we'd also love to hear a lot more from locals.
Yeah.
We had a dad and son on one episode last year that we just drove around, and they got to share a lot of the history of Frederick and Firestone because the father had lived here since, I forget how long.
Yeah,
That was
for
a
over
good, yeah,
50
that was,
years.
Yeah.
That was a must watch.
It was
Yeah.
such a fun episode. We would
Yeah.
love to hear more from some of you people that have just great stories about the area and how you've seen it change and progress over the decades. We'd love to get some more of that on the show.
Yeah. So for me, my idea, growing up in a small town, you have the church potluck dinners, you have, the pop shop, you have the movie theaters, you have, those sort of things that, where the kids experience themselves, maybe not get in trouble, but,
I love that.
can have some freedom. And then just sort of, telling that story of the community. What I said to Kendra was, a real estate transaction is more than your front door. It's the community that you're, laying your roots in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where my heart went.
Yeah, what I love about this show is, there's this idea of getting to know your neighbors. And I feel like this show is that. Yes, this isn't the person next door to me, but it is the person I'm going to see at the grocery store and at the coffee shop. And it's just, it's making this whole community kind of a neighborhood.
Yeah. And COVID, kind of regressed us all where, we were forced to spend too much time in our houses, even though, we all like to nest and, move our decor around and paint and do all that kind of stuff, right? But
Bake bread, I guess.
yes,
I don't
bake
get into sourdough.
bread, sourdough, start some seeds. We all have to do that sort of stuff, but we need connection, we need the human touch. So, what better than your road to home?
I love that. All right. Well, I have learned so much about y'all. Thank you for letting me do this. I think what the two of you are doing is so incredible. It's always exciting to see all the different types of people that exist in this community, and how small our worlds really are, right?
Yeah,
We all do need each other, and we all do have these amazing overlaps of just kind of meeting at events and just needing each other. And so I think this show is a really good testament to that.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah, so if you need help, you know, Kendra and I obviously would love to help you. And if you want to learn more about the Carbon Valley, we would also love to help you. Shereen can help you too. You're pretty, you know, you moved here how long ago?
2 years.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you're pretty involved in the community too.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you are a business owner, if you have a story and would love to share it, we'd love to hear from you for sure, so that we can help tell your story and help connect you and have your business grow.
Yeah, and if you are watching this from not the Carbon Valley and you think the Carbon Valley might be cool,
It is.
Yeah, it is. Well, and even if you don't want to go to the Carbon Valley, we can also help you.
yeah,
Because, you know, but anyway, thank you, Shereen, for taking the
course.
time.
Thank
This
you.
is kind of, yeah, this was out of the sorts for us, but she thought this would be a great idea to kind of chat with us. So thank you for doing that.
I'm so excited to get to know more about you two, because what you're bringing is important, and who you are as people is also a story worth telling. So
Thank
yeah.
you.
And we'll have you back to do part 2 of Maxine and Kendra
sounds good.
story
Yeah.
as we continue to deepen our roots in the Carbon Valley.
Amazing.
So anyway, thank you so much for your time, everyone. If you liked what you've seen today, like it and share it. And if we can help you plant some roots for you, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much, everyone, and bye for now.
Bye.